Soundtrack Pro is tailor-made for editing and enhancing dialogue. To send a sequence from Final Cut Pro to Soundtrack Pro, right-click on the sequence icon in the browser and choose Send to Soundtrack Pro Multitrack Project. You also have the option to send individual clips for quick treatment, as you'll see in the final tutorial. Name your project and save it to your hard drive. Before you begin working with the audio, you may want to assign track outputs to different submixes. Submixes help group your audio before flowing into the final master mix. Your project will already include one submix. To create additional ones, choose Multitrack, Add Submix. You can also add additional buses as needed. Once added, click each submix's title field and rename it. Here, one bus has been created for dialogue, another for Foley effects, a third for ambience, and a fourth for music. You can double-click each submix track icon to choose a new icon that reflects its purpose. Now assign each track to the appropriate submix using the submix pop-up menu. With all tracks correctly assigned, you can easily reduce the intensity of, say, ambient sounds without having to adjust the level of each ambient soundtrack individually. A powerful feature of Soundtrack Pro is the ability to record and edit multiple takes of voiceover or dialogue. Here, a take was recorded on location and the sound quality was subpar. A common approach to this problem is to re-record the dialogue in the studio using the original recording as a reference, often referred to as ADR or Automated Dialogue Replacement. Select the problem clip, then press Shift-A on your keyboard to create a cycle region around the clip. From the Multitrack menu, choose Add Track. Name the track ADR and make sure it's assigned to the dialogue submix. Click the Recording tab in the upper left of the interface. From the track drop-down, choose the track you want to record to. In the Input section, choose your recording device. By default, Soundtrack is set to record 2 channels of audio. By selecting Channels, you can record up to 6 discrete audio channels into your track. For this voice session, only one input is needed, so Mono is selected. Click on the number buttons underneath the Device menu to choose which of your audio interface inputs will be recorded to that channel. Since this track has been set to mono, only channel 1 is selectable. Note that this setup can also be performed on individual channels when the track height is expanded. If your audio interface is already providing a monitor signal of the live input, check Mute Project to prevent a doubling of the signal. The next step is to arm the track for recording. Click the R button on the ADR track. The track turns red, indicating it's ready for recording. Click the Record button and begin speaking into the mic.
You think you can handle it? You think you can handle it?
Each time the playhead cycles, a new take is recorded.
You think you can handle it?
Click the Record button again to halt recording, and then click the Solo button on the ADR track to isolate it. To view and edit your takes, click the Multitake tab. The Multitake editor displays all your takes vertically, with the first take on top. By clicking the Solo button, you can audition each take to find the best recording.
You think you can handle it? You think you can handle it?
The Multitake editor allows you to combine the best of your multiple takes with only a few tools. Select the Blade tool and then make cuts in the takes at different points in the dialogue. To have Soundtrack Pro seamlessly switch from one take to the other, choose the Selection tool and then click on the portions of the audio you want from each take. If a take doesn't perfectly match up, hold down Command and Option while dragging to realign. The portions of the takes that are dimmed will be ignored when played back. By dragging on the left or right facing arrows, you can quickly create crossfades between your takes. A big part of audio post is making the dialogue clear and intelligible. Soundtrack Pro ships with many professional effects that can be applied to your individual clips. You can add effects to individual clips in the process menu, or you can add effects to entire tracks. To add an effect to a clip, select the clip, and from the process menu, choose the effect you wish to apply. To add an effect to an entire track, select a track in the multi-track editor, then click the Effects tab. The effects are listed by category in the left pane, with specific effects appearing to the right. To apply a compressor, click Dynamics, then Compressor, and then click the plus button. Many effects have graphical user interfaces that allow you to adjust the effect parameters while listening to your audio playback in real time. By clicking the Show Preset button, you can access a library of presets grouped around specific types of audio content. Another useful dialogue tool is the Match EQ process. Unless you've recorded your audio in a completely controlled environment, you'll most likely hear tonal differences in your dialogue that will need to be corrected. Select a clip, and then from the Process menu, choose Equalization Matching, set Equalization Print. Next, choose a clip you want to apply the equalization to, and then choose Equalization Matching, Apply Equalization. When you play the clip back, the second clip will match the frequency characteristics of the first clip. An even easier way to match equalization is the Lift and Stamp toolset. Select the Lift tool or press U. The sound palette will appear and your mouse pointer becomes an upward-facing arrow. Select Lift Equalization Print and deselect Lift Process Effects. Click on the clip from which you want to lift the equalization print. The sound palette HUD will update to display the item that was lifted, in this case the equalization print. Position your mouse over the clip you want to stamp. Your pointer is now a downward-facing arrow, and then click with your mouse. By selecting Lift Process Effects, any effects applied to the clip can also be lifted and stamped. Soundtrack Pro also takes the guesswork out of spotting, the process of aligning sounds to picture. The unique multi-point video HUD offers instant feedback for frame-accurate alignment. Press the V key to bring up the multi-point video HUD. Position your mouse directly over the portion of the waveform you want to align with video, and then click and drag. The HUD gives you a 3-up display. The image on the left shows you the video frame that is currently aligned with the sound effects endpoint. The image on the right shows you the video frame that is currently aligned with the sound effects out point, and the frame in the center is the frame where you initially clicked with your mouse, the sync point. When the video frame you're trying to align the effect with appears in the center frame of the HUD, release the mouse. When you play the clip back, the effect will be perfectly matched with the picture. You can also use the HUD with the file editor. With the HUD open, adjust the in and out points of the selection in the file editor and observe the corresponding in and out points in the movie. Or drag the selection into the project pane and use the HUD to precisely align its in and out points. And by pressing the V key once while dragging from the browser or the bin, you can instantly line up the in and out points of your clip with the appropriate moments in your video.